Well, as fresh as that memory is, we understand it's only the latest in a long and growing list of senseless acts of violence. We haven't forgotten Columbine, or Tucson, or Aurora, or Virginia Tech. It's a disgraceful list that the Democratic Society simply has to try to cut short. We're here to say not again. Not again. We're here in Raleigh as people are gathered at similar events around the country to say we refuse to stand idly by as these senseless tragedies unfold time and time again. And as incomprehensible as these mass shootings are, gun violence isn't just confined to these headline-generating events. It's an everyday reality in our cities and towns and neighborhoods. It's the innocent child gunned down in the crossfire. It's the store owner murdered during a robbery. It's the young life cut tragically short during the heat of a petty dispute. You know, the gun lobby has a saying that guns don't kill people, people do. I'd like to suggest an amendment to that bumper strip. Guns sure do make it real easy. Guns make it real easy. They make it real easy for a domestic dispute to become deadly. They make it real easy for a minor altercation to end in a killing. They make it real easy for a killing to become a mass killing, as we've witnessed in Newtown. We know the instrument of violence is a critical part of this equation, and we simply have to keep those instruments of violence out of the wrong hands. Now, dozens of legislative proposals have been introduced since Newtown. Some individual states, like Connecticut, Colorado, have introduced some laws to deal with this issue. But others, inconceivably, like our state, like North Carolina, has actually been moving in the wrong direction, attempting to weaken the existing laws that we already have. Now, as many of you know, the United States Senate recently considered the bipartisan Manchin-Toomey Amendment. This legislation was designed to keep guns out of the hands of criminals by requiring that anyone purchasing a gun pass a criminal background check. It closed the so-called gun show loophole, which allows felons, the mentally ill, others prohibited from owning a firearm, to buy them with minimal or no effort. The Manchin-Toomey Amendment, incredibly, was blocked in the Senate when a minority of senators filibustered. They filibustered. They voted against what was broadly viewed as a legitimate, effective, bipartisan compromise. Statewide polls have shown that as many as 90% of North Carolinians agree that we ought to keep guns out of the hands of criminals by requiring people purchasing a gun to pass a background check first. But some in Congress haven't gotten that message, or they're ignoring it. I want to help you get that message through. Everyone speaking here today wants to help you get that message through. Congress has got to pass this common sense reform to make our communities safer. Now, we've been here before. We know that powerful interest groups have used scare tactics. They've used arguments that are deceptive at best to still instill fear in their members about the dire consequences of any governmental action. It's poisoning the debate. Nobody's threatening the rights of legitimate, law-abiding citizens to own guns for sporting purposes or for self-defense, as everyone should know. That's not what this is all about. So we simply have to tell the truth. We have to speak the truth and insist that we are going as a democracy to act on this threat to our communities. Parents like Neil Heslin and Jocelyn Sims will continue to honor the memories of their loved ones by speaking out about our nation's gun laws. Mayors against illegal gun leaders like Mayor Jackie Holcomb here today and other mayors in the Triangle and around North Carolina will continue to speak out about the damage they see firsthand as illegal guns inflict their communities. And the people here in Raleigh here today, at similar events across the country, will refuse to let the names of those killed by guns be confined to distant memory or forgotten history. We're going to name the names. We'll say never again, and we'll continue to push until our city, state, and national governments adopt common sense measures to prevent this scourge of gun violence. Thank you, all of you, for your witness here today, for being here, for remaining engaged on this issue. And I appreciate the chance to be part of the team, a team that ultimately will prevail. So let's get the message out. Let's reach out to our fellow citizens. Let's get this done for the memory of these victims, but also for the future of our country. Thank you so much.
You're full of it, Congressman.